Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today's video I'm going to be doing my monthly review for the month of July 2023 as well as the first month of the Ugly Duckling 180 challenge. The Ugly Duckling 180 challenge is a self-improvement challenge that I'm doing from the 1st of July to the 31st of December. So now we are in August. I thought it would be a good time to look back at the first 30 days of the challenge. So this is how this video is going to be structured. The first thing we are going to do is we are going to go through the goals that I set out for myself at the end of June for the month of July, and we're going to see if I achieved, which ones I achieved, which ones I did not achieve. For the ones that I did not achieve, I'm going to see how close I got to those goals. And the reason why I didn't get to that goal. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to go through the goals that I set out for myself for the month of August, and then we're going to talk about the Ugly Duckling 180 challenge and see how I'm doing at that. So I have a habit tracking score. I do habit tracking, and I always give myself a habit tracking score. I'm actually going to do like a little mini video on how I do a habit tracking score. But for now, my habit tracking score for the month of July 2023 was 60%. I'm disappointed with that because I always aim to get like 95%. Unfortunately, it just wasn't. I don't know. We'll get into why that was. When I talk about my goals, or I should actually say my objectives for July 2023. Okay, so my objectives was, these were my objectives. Okay, so the first one was get 90% more sleep quality and frequency. Wake up before 6 a.m. Work out 7 days a week. Start workout before 7 a.m. Increase muscle by 0.3%. That's a stupid goal, stupid objective. Work 40 hours a week. Regularly upload content. That's not really specific. Instagram 5 posts a week. 6 YouTube videos a month. 1 video every day. Write 1,000 words every. No, wait, 1 tweet every day. Write 1,000 words every day. Okay, so here were the goals. Just to put some numbers, I got my body fat percentage is about 19%, and I'm weighing about 64 kilos, which is not good. By the way, when I say body fat, that's just a rough estimation. Probably not that. So I finished my first draft. Sort of. Yeah, I think I did, but it's sort of like it needs a lot of work. So I finished my draft, but I sort of have to rewrite a lot of things. So like the books. This is my goal for my book. It's going very slowly at the moment. But I did reach a certain point at the end of the month. And it was like right at the end of the month on the last day. But I did reach it, so I guess we can tick that one off. Yeah, we'll give that one a tick. Finish first draft. Moving on to my second draft now. Okay. Um, YouTube subscriptions of 100. No, nowhere near that. Reason being, I'm not uploading enough content. I'm also not focusing on the quality of the content. Now I can't really do much about the quality. I'm like very limited in what I can do in terms of quality. I only have, at the time of making this video, I only have 3 subscribers, so obviously I didn't achieve anywhere near that. So no, that goal was not achieved. No. And reason being that the quality's bad. Like lighting my videos are really bad. I think I need to script my videos. I seem to ramble a lot. I'm rambling right now, but that's the reason why that didn't get. That's the reason why that didn't get achieved. Instagram following of 100. No, I only have 60 followers on Instagram, so that one's not achieved. either, but to a slightly lesser extent, or I guess a more extent. Um, the reason why I didn't achieve that goal is the same thing. I wasn't uploading, and I pretty much didn't upload on Instagram like at all. So that's obviously, but I'm making more of an effort to upload more on Instagram. So um, Twitter, Twitter following is I want a Twitter following of 100. No, I don't think I even tweeted once during July. So I only have again three. I think I have like three or four followers on Twitter. Again, really not good. And the last goal I put was sleep at 90% or more. I think my sleep, I think yeah, I'll give it a tick. I'll give it a tick. It's about right. Yeah, I think that my sleep was about. If I was to rate my sleep, I'd say about 91%, 92%. Um, and those are my goals for July 2023. So yeah, I only got a few of them down pack. So obviously, I think I just wasn't being specific enough about my goals. And I also wasn't putting in the effort that I needed to reach my goals. So for example, the YouTube and Instagram, I wasn't uploading. I wasn't putting enough content out there, so like no one was going to follow me. And the content that I did put out there was low quality. So that's that. Um, so we move on to August now. So we are now in the month of. Well, at the time of filming this video is the 1st of August. So my objectives for August 2023 are these. The first thing is in bed by 10 p.m. Next is wake up at 6 a.m. I want to get to the gym before 6:40 a.m. Write 200 words per day. Write 2,000 words per day. Take photo every day. Upload 7 posts a week. Upload 2 videos per week. Count calories. Follow morning routine structure. I have actually wrote down a morning routine structure. And by the way, I do want to actually make a morning routine video. Um, I might just for now. I might just make it like sort of like a morning routine where I just go through the video. I'm sorry, I just go through my routine rather than like show you because I've just been right now where I am. It's just easier to do that. In terms of filming stuff. It wouldn't be great if I really, but I do want to eventually do like a sort of a visual representation of my morning routine. Okay, that makes sense. Um, and apply for 50 jobs a week. Oh, they don't need to know that. So those are my objectives for the month of August 2023. My goals. So these are my goals. So the goals, I set objectives, then I set goals. Reason being, it's just like a very businessy thing to do, but also I think it's sort of like the objectives are what helps with the habits and those habits are going to be the thing that help with the goals. Okay, so my goals are always based on my objectives. My goals for August 2023 are so first of all, yearly sleep frequency of 95%. I have an app on my phone that measures sleep frequency as well as sleep quality, and I want both of them. I want both sleep frequency and sleep quality to be 95%. Um, my weight has gone down a lot recently. I just haven't been working out a lot, so I haven't been eating enough either. So I want my weight to be at least 66.5 kilos. As I said before, I'm weighing about 64 kilos. By the way, that's the end of the month. At the end of all these at the end of the month. So at the end of the month, I want to weigh 66.5 kilos. I want to have a body fat percentage of 17%. So those are my fitness goals for 2024 August. Instagram, I want to have a following of 160 followers. And the reason why I put 160 each month, I want to gain 100 new followers. So at the month, I only have 60 followers on Instagram. If I gain another 100 in next month, that'll be 160. So if you're watching this video, make sure you follow me on Instagram. And also make sure you follow me on Twitter so I can get 100 free Twitter followers. And also make sure you follow me here on YouTube, so I can get 103 YouTube subscribers by the end of August. Finish draft. Okay, so I already sort of finished my draft, but I want to like finish draft. Like I want to finish like the main draft. So like I've already sort of have like a really rough draft, but now I really want to pull the story together. Financial goals. I won't go into my financial goals, but really want to lower my spending percentage. So my spending ratio of the income, or whatever you want to call it, my spending. So my spending percentage is really high. It's like 50%. So I really want to cut down on spending. So I want my spending percentage to be less than 20%. So those are my goals for the month of the month of August 2023. Okay, so we'll talk about the first month of the Ugly Duckling Challenge. Um, as I said before, I had a habit tracking score of 60%, and I want to aim for 95%. I want to have an average of the last month of 95%. I know a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. It's just a calculation that I do. And as I said before, I'm going to make a quick video about it. Um, the average for the last 6 months is 61%. And I want to get to 95. So July, the first month of the Ugly Duckling 180 challenge, was a bit of a pretty. It wasn't great. There was a lot of mornings where I slept in. There was a lot of mornings where I did not work out. Um, I had a bit of a setback. Is that my gym actually closed down for a couple of weeks for renovation. I think they're actually still closed. Which like, and here's the thing: I did have the option of going to another gym. Um, but I just did not want to do that. I just rather work out at my regular gym. Now, obviously, if the gym like permanently closed or like closed for a really long time, I would have to change gyms. I wouldn't just wait until like I wouldn't wait. Um, but because it was going to only be for 2 weeks, I decided not to go to the gym. So obviously, I did have an option, but I decided not to take that option. So that's my fault. I did not take responsibility for that. But I still try to exercise. I went for walks. I try to exercise here at home with like the smaller weights I have here at home. But it wasn't. Yeah, I've lost a lot of weight. Um, and I don't. That's not really a good thing because I sort of wanted to bulk up. But I'm not weighing very much at the moment. So I really want to put on because I'm trying to actually also cut down on body fat at the moment. So I kind of like in this really awkward stage where like, or not even awkward stage, like I'm in this awkward spot where like my body fat percentage is a lot higher than I want it to be, but I also my weight is a lot lower than I want it to be. So I'm not really sure what to do at this point. I think I'm just going to continue cutting down, and hopefully try and build some muscle at the same time. I think if I just concentrate on eating proteins, um, like lower calories but increased proteins, I think I might be able to like slowly build muscle while at the same time I'm decreasing body fat percentage. Which brings me to my next point, my diet. My diet was a little bit off, if I'm going to be honest. It was a little bit over the place. Um, there were I was okay. So I was in the bulk for about 5 months, and I hardly put on any weight because I just didn't eat enough. But now I'm having the opposite problem where like just always happens with me. It's probably a sign that I need to approach fitness or dieting in a different way. But every time I bulk, I can never eat enough. But when I'm shredding, so decreasing fat, I always feel hungry, and maybe that's because I cut out too many calories too soon. But yeah, I always feel like really hungry all the time. Like I get to the end of the day and I need to feel like I need to binge. Um, and I don't binge simply because I don't have the food in the house that I don't buy the food. Like I don't buy too much food. I don't if I know I'm not supposed to eat something, I just won't buy it. So I think that's a sort of a positive thing that I'm not buying all this crap that I'm not gonna eat or that I know I shouldn't be eating. So like if you're on a diet and there's certain foods you can't eat, then don't bring it to your house. And that's what I did. But the problem is like I'm always like hungry. And maybe I went too quickly with like going from like bulking to shredding. Maybe I went about too quickly about it. I don't know. Yeah, but I always feel hungry, so I've really struggled to cut down body fat. Um, I also really need to start counting my calories. I wasn't doing that, so I really don't know how much I'm eating. I don't think I'm eating that much, but I really because yeah, it's a very sort of where I try not to be too restrictive, but I also don't want to be like I also want to be realistic about how much food I should be eating and how much like sort of foods I need to be eating. In terms of the food, like the actual food itself, I think there has been a little bit too much sugar in my diet. Also, too much sodium. I really want to cut down on sodium. Um, I tend to hold a lot of fat in my face right now. I'm in my cheeks are like my face is very a little bit chubby at the moment. So I really want to decrease the amount of fat I hold in my face. And I'm going to do that by decreasing sodium intake. And obviously I know that you can't control like where the fat comes off. Um, you can't really do spot reduction, but I really want to like cut down on sodium. So I've cut out a lot of foods. Yeah, it's very difficult. A lot of this sodium is in almost everything. So like I mean, obviously you still need sodium. You still need a certain amount of sodium, but I think I'm having too much sodium, so I need to cut down. I think the biggest problem I'm having, and I've had this problem for a while, is sleep. I'm getting to bed too late. Now, I'm not the sort of person who I used to be when I was younger. Um, who would spend like really long times, like it'd be like 1 p.m., 1 a.m. in the morning on social media. I'm not that person anymore. I've grown out of that, thankfully. What I'm, but I still struggle to get to sleep. I want, as I said before, like I want to be in bed by 10 p.m., which that might seem like early for some people, but um, I I'm making a goal. I'm setting a goal for myself that I need to be in bed by 10 p.m. Um, I I want to make sure that I'm getting to bed earlier, and I think I just get it takes me such a long time to get to bed. I have a lot of trouble winding down at the end of the day. I just get distracted by different things. My mind gets distracted. And it's not even like I don't get distracted by anything external, but it's like, or sometimes my phone. So that's a problem. But sometimes I just get distracted by my own thoughts, and which sort of like that's how I think in general. But that's how my life is generally speaking. But it takes me a really long time to wind down. So by the time it's like 10 o'clock, I'm sort of still operating. Like I'm still like even if I've gone through like the night routines, um like the habit, like the it's a sort of typical night routine that you might see here on YouTube. Um, I'm still not really ready to go to bed. I think it's also because I sometimes I sleep in, so I sort of push my that sort of pushes my bedtime forward. If that makes sense, because I need to be awake for a certain amount of time. Does that make sense? I don't know. If anyone specializes in sleep, you can let me know if that's wrong. But because I'm sort of in this sort of cycle where like I sleep in that, which makes me go to bed late, which makes me sleep in, which makes me go to bed late. It's very difficult to get in it's very difficult to sort of get into a mindset of going to sleep early and then waking up early. Um, I don't know. Definitely let me know what you think about that. But that's sort of reason why I have trouble getting to sleep. And in terms of quality, sleep quality for me, I tend to be so I have an app as I mentioned before. I have an app on my phone that measures like sleep quality and sleep frequency. The quality is in the 80s. I want it to be in the 90s. I want it to be 95%. But it's normally in the 80s. So it's not too far off. I find that the app is normally accurate. If I feel tired, like if I feel like I've had like a low quality sleep, it'll be like 80%, and if I have like a high like a bit at night, then it'll be like more like in the 90s. Um, when I always realize like when I go to bed earlier, the quality is always like higher. So there's that. So yeah, so I know that that app is probably is not really the most accurate thing, but it tends to be like there is a like a like a positive correlation between those two things. Between there's a strong positive correlation between like what it says on the app and like how I feel, and as well as like the like how early I go to bed. So yeah, I really want to make sure I'm working on my sleep because obviously my sleep is connected to like my fitness and my like and also like my fat loss and all that sort of thing. So sleep is very important, and also my productivity in general, which I'll talk about. I guess I can talk about now in terms of habit. In terms of productivity, I don't really measure my productivity. Um, I sort of like set little goals for myself, like oh, I need to write this at this time. I tend to procrastinate a lot, so I think I just again I need to work on my sleep. I think sleep is a big issue for me. Always has sleep has always been a big problem for me. It's obviously still something I still need to work on. Um, so just to wrap things up, the Ugly Duckling Challenge, the first 30 days of the I guess the first 31 days of the Ugly Duckling Challenge, didn't go as well as I planned. I didn't really take it seriously. Um, I didn't follow the structure that I set for myself. I didn't follow the rules. I didn't really do the things that I was supposed to do as part of the challenge. But going forward, I'm going to make an attempt to actually follow the rules. Um, so hopefully, my sleep will get better, my habit tracking score will increase, and hopefully, eventually, I can get 95% for the last 6 months, for the previous 6 months. But that's all I have to say now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.